Today's topic is unit number 3, which is the poem Dreams. We will do stanza paraphrase and comprehension. Class 10, subject English. Now coming to the poem, the title of the poem is Dreams. I'll do the model reading. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow, and it is written by Langston Hughes. So this poem is comprises of two stanza 1 and stanza 2. Now coming to the explanation of stanza 1. Hold fast to dreams. This poem is all about the poet want to tell us that dreams are very important in our life. If we hold fast to our dreams, if we hold tightly our dreams, so our life will be very motivated, or our life will be very in motion. So hold fast to dreams. होल्ड फास्ट टू ड्रीम्स. अपने ख्वाबों को पकड़ के रखो. फॉर इफ ड्रीम ड्राइज, अगर आप ख्वाब मर जाएं. द लाइफ इज़ अ ब्रोकन विंग बर्ड. ज़िंदगी एक ऐसे परिंदे की तरह है विच हैज़ ब्रोकन विंग बर्ड, जिसका बाजू टूटा हुआ है. दैट कैन नॉट फ्लाई, और वो उड़ नहीं सकता. सो ही यूजेस द मेटाफर लाइफ इज़ अ ब्रोकन विंग बर्ड. ज़िंदगी ऐसी हो जाती है जैसे एक परिंदे का पर टूटा हुआ हो. सो ही यूज अ मेटाफर ओवर हेयर. नाउ कमिंग टू सेकेंड स्टेंजा. होल्ड फास्ट टू ड्रीम्स. अपने ख्वाबों को मजबूती से पकड़ो. फॉर व्हेन ड्रीम्स को, जब ख्वाब चले जाते हैं. लाइफ इज़ अ बैरन फील्ड. ज़िंदगी एक बंजर ज़मीन बन जाती है. फ्रोज़न विद स्नो, जिसकी जो बर्फ़ से मुंजमद होती है. लाइफ इज़ अ बैरन फील्ड. दिस इज़ अ मेटाफर विच द पोइट हैज़ यूज्ड ओवर हेयर. In this poem, there are the use of two figurative language. The poet has used metaphor and personification as well. So, first of all, we will talk about personification. So, what is personification? To attribute the human characteristics to objects or to non-living thing. So, life is a thing which is an object. So it is attributed the qualities of living thing. Bird is a living thing. It attributed the qualities of living thing to life. So the poet has compared life to a bird which has broken wings. So the poet has used personification in this verse. And hold fast. Holding is something that people do. People hold something. So holding is another word of personification which is used in this poem. Now coming to the use of metaphor. Metaphor is used in first stanza's third line. Life is a broken winged bird. What is metaphor? Metaphor is direct association of one thing to another. So life is directly associated to broken winged bird. And in stanza number 2, third line, life is a barren field. Life is directly associated to barren field. So the poet has beautifully used the figurative speech, which is personification and metaphor. Now coming to words and meanings. Hold fast. Hold something tightly and firmly. Hold fast, पकड़े रखना, मजबूती से पकड़े रखना. Hold something tightly and firmly, किसी चीज़ को मजबूती से पकड़ना. Barren, बंजर. Of land too poor to produce much or any vegetation. ऐसी ज़मीन जो कुछ भी उगाने के काबिल ना हो. Field, मैदान. An area of open land, especially one planted with crops or pastures, typically bounded by hedges or fences. Frozen, munjamid, having turned into ice as a result of extreme cold. It was glossary of the poem. Now coming to stanza paraphrasing. You have to write unit number 2, poem Dreams. Stanza number 1, you have to Write down stanza shortly. You have to pick few words of first verse and the last verse. Reference to the context. This poem has been taken from the poem Dreams and it is written by Langston Hughes. Paraphrase. Stick fast to your dreams in life because if dreams die, life becomes broken winged bird that is not able to fly. The life becomes hopeless. I hope you will understood. It is very easy to understand. Stanza number 2. You have to write your stanza briefly. Then you have to write reference to the context. This stanza has been taken from the poem Dreams and it is written by Langston Hughes. Paraphrase. Stick firmly to your ambition. Ambitions means aims. Stick firmly to your ambitions in life because if dreams go away from life, life becomes a barren field frozen with snow which is not able to produce any vegetation, any greenery. Stick fastly to your ambitions, your aims in life. If dreams go away, chale jana. From life becomes a barren field. Barren field means the area which is not cultivable. Frozen means munjamid hona, with snow which is not able to produce, paida karna any vegetation, any sort of greenery. Now coming to answer the following question, comprehension of your book. So we have 8 questions over here and we have discussed identify lines containing metaphor, which idea are being conveyed by these metaphors. So we have discussed metaphor in the reading session, so you are not, it is not required to read in your neat copy. So we will attempt question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 and 8. Now coming to comprehension. Question number 1, what is the theme of the poem? The theme of the poem Dreams is the importance of holding on to dreams and ideas in life, full stop. Dreams are essential. Essentials mean important for dynamic. Dynamic means the thing which has movement. And optimistic. Optimistic means hopeful. Life and life without ambitions means aim is helpless. I'll read it for once. The theme of the poem Dream is the importance of holding on to dreams and ideas in life. Full stop. Dreams are essential for dynamic and optimistic life, and life without ambition is hopeless. Coming to question number 2, how important do you think dreams are? Explain. According to your point of view, how important dreams are. So answer is dreams are very important for hopeful and optimistic life. Optimistic means hopeful, when you think positively. Life without dream is hollow and bleak. Hollow means empty and bleak means gloomy, viran. Dreams are source of hope, pleasure and satisfaction in life. Dreams enable us to obtain success, power, or riches. The only purpose in a man's life is fulfilling his dreams. Dreams are very important for hopeful and optimistic, hopeful. Hollow, empty. Bleak, gloomy. Pleasure, happiness. Satisfaction, itminan. Now coming to question number 3. Identify an example of a word or phrase that is repeated in the poem and explain why the poet makes this repetition. The poet repeats the word phrase dream and if dream die, when dreams go. The poet repeats these words because he wants to emphasize the importance of dreams in life. So when we repeat something, we want to emphasize on that thing. So that is why the poet has used the words in repetition for making emphasis on it. Now question number 4, identify an example of personification. Explain what is being personified and how. So what is personification? Personification is to attribute human characteristic to an object or to a non-living thing. Now coming to the answer, the device of personification has been used in the poem Dreams. The poet has compared life to a bird that cannot fly without dreams. Similarly, the poet uses a human characteristics holding to non-living thing, which is dreams, which is a personification. Now coming to question number 6. Question number 5, you have to underline question number 5 onto your poem. Question number 6, list the alliterative words from the poem Dreams. First of all, we will get to know what is the meaning of alliterative words. Alliterative words are these are repetition of identical initial consonants sound in successive syllables within a group of words. In simple, it is the repetition of initials. It is the repetition of initial identical words. It is the repetition of initial identical words. So, coming to the answer, in the poem there are some alliterative words in the stanza number 1 and 2. If dreams die and field frozen with snow. So, the repetition of identical initial words are repetition D and D. These are repetition of identical consonant sound D and D. So, the repetition of initial first words of a letter, first syllables D and D. D and D are repeated. D and D are initial. So, it is called alliterative. And the field frozen with snow. So, the F and F are repeated. The initials are repeated. So, that is called alliterative. So, it is used if dreams die and field frozen with snow. Now coming to question number 7. How is imagery used in the poem? What is imagery? It is a figurative speech. First of all, we will get to know the imagery. What is imagery? It is figurative language to represent object, actions and ideas in such a way that it appeals to our physical senses by using particular words. In short, you can say by using particular words to appeal the senses of an audience is called imagery. Audience or viewers is called imagery. The words play a key role in it. The poet has beautifully employed. Employed means used. The device of imagery. He uses words like broken winged bird and barren field, frozen with snow to make images in the mind of readers. So, the poet has used broken winged bird just to make you think about it, that the life without dream is a broken winged bird. So, in this case, you will be able to imagine frozen with snow and barren field. These are imagery words. Now coming to question number 8. What is the mood of this poem? How does it make you feel? Every poem has its own mood. Some are happy, some are sad, gloomy, some encourages us. So let us know that what is the mood of the poem. The poet Langston Hughes uses figurative language to create a very cold and sad mood in the poem. However, the poet encourages the readers to hold fast to their dreams and goals because without them life is dull and bleak. Bleak means gloomy. So, this was question comprehension. So, your activity is write down stanza, paraphrase and comprehension or your English copy. Thank you.